Okay, full disclosure, I did see like the tail end of this teaser when I tried to catch the keynote live at work. So I haven't seen the whole thing. I haven't seen most of it, but I have seen a portion of it, just like, you know, clarification for that sort of stuff. So let's go. Although I should have grabbed the UK one just so we could have the voice say Peggy 16. I don't know why. That just amused me like very slightly. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. World's on fire. Okay. World is purple. World was sundered. That's the key thing, I believe. Okay. Go forth, discover, unite the stars unto one? Let none bar your path? Didn't we just spend a couple expansions not doing that?
It's my favorite story.
Oh, please, Papa. Please tell me a story.
You know it better than me by now.
I mean, Mama.
But if you
I
insist.
guess.
Yes. All right, I'm ready.
God, that blanket looks so fuzzy and fluffy.
Long, long ago, in a time few yet recall, life prospered.
Nice.
For the world was rich in plenty. Majestic trees stood sentinel over lands without end. From towering peaks sprang
Dude, this woven,
this
like claymation thing is kind of amazing.
noble kingdoms flourished. Wanting
Isn't that the thing that summoned all the bad things from Dead Space? What was it? Hurry. Wait. Oh, crud. I want to say it's Dead Space. I mean, except it wasn't blue. It was like, whatever. I'm being distracted. Estinian's back! How did Estinian manage to like get out of all of Dawntrail, man?
came the relentless ice. The world grew cold, cold and still. Men succumbed to bitter sorrow. And as we struggled to survive, they marched, and all was lost.
They marched, huh?
We had no choice but to flee to the sky.
He looks really frostbitten.
And then what happened?
The land below became a frozen waste.
I am overwhelmed with an urge to protect Child Lizard.
Everything changed when they arrived.
The traveler. The one from the sky.
Aye, though in those days we knew them as
Yeah, this is where I stepped in.
wanderer.
Yeah, there's like nothing left. The Far Wanderer, huh? Evercold. The Journey to Alaska. Yeah, there's a lot to digest here. Wait, actually, what's the rest of this? Okay, it's just that. Okay, what I really find funny, they don't mention Switch on here. Spoilers for later. in another video, but one of the big announcements is the fact that this is that FF14 is coming to the Switch. Still PS4, still PS5. Series X and S. Did they already drop Xbox One support? It wouldn't surprise me if they did, but man. All right, I actually have some thoughts. So I wasn't sure what this was. This is the final days. Actually, this is the final days, right? I don't know if that's supposed to be like lightning. Is that the summoning of Alexandria? Or is that the summoning of Zodiark? Probably the summoning of Zodiark. Because shortly after is this. And then the split. So that's talking about the history. Right? Split into the 13 shards. Hold fast to what you must and meet your fate without fear. Then that's the core of the thing. We already saw that in the trailer for 7.5. The thing that doesn't make sense yet is why would we unite the stars unto one? Because every time that we have been we've been trying to prevent rejoinings, which is the shards merging back into the source, because it causes catastrophic damage to the source and ends countless lives on the shard, of course. This is just a little... I guess we'll get the answer. My assumption is that of course, you know, we're about to meet Hamarut. So far we've only been teased her. We're going to be meeting her. She's going to talk about the withering. I have to assume, you know, Freezy McFreeze face over here is our Winterers that Hamarut talked about. But she spoke of the withering. What's going on here is, you know, kind of sort of a withering, even though like, I don't know if they're like going into this much detail, but like this would be like flash freezing for there still to be color in this flower and then be covered in ice. Normally, when things start transitioning to cold, and I know this is a Wisconsinite, the plants would lose their color long before temps actually get cold enough to cause frost. And like this is a significant amount of frost. So what's coming in is like a brutal cold snap. Like you're talking from 70 degrees Fahrenheit down to like negative levels. But of course it's a fantasy game, so also you. That's also my fault for injecting logic into a fantasy game. You know, that's my bad. That's what kills cat girls. Anyway, I can only assume that Hamarut tells us about this withering. We assume that it has to do with, you know, the loss of Hydaelyn and Zodiark in this new age. And then we figure the only way we can restore the realm from withering everything is to rejoin it all. That is one theory I have, and is probably the theory everyone else has, if they have theories. That's what makes the most sense with the available knowledge. I guess we'll know more in 7.5, right? But for now, that is Yeah, that's the trailer. Neat. I don't know if I'm gonna make this a standalone video. I might actually. We went over 10 minutes. Maybe I'll make this its own independent video. If I did, give a like, subscribe, have a good day. Bye.